Hi, welcome to Misty's Country Cooking. Today I'm going to make a chicken casserole, but first let's put some wood in my stove. Alright, let's get this stove going. Alright, let's get some firewood. That way by the time I get it all put together, then this will be good and caught. Alright, let's see here. We got good dried red oak. Burns nicely. See if I can get this last one in here. Alright, I sure can. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it crack just for a little bit to get it good and caught so it's got plenty of air and get going. Now let's go get our hands washed and get busy cooking. Hi. Now let's get to putting this casserole together, but first here's my ingredients. I've got chicken that we canned. We do that from the chickens that we get our fresh eggs from. We butcher our chickens once a year when we get a fresh batch in. Once they start laying, we butcher our old hens, and then we take them, we cut the meat up, and we put it in the jars, and then we pressure can it for an hour and 45 minutes. And in that way, it's fully done, it's fully cooked. All you have to do is take it out and heat it up. And what we'll do is I'll open these, I'll put them in the pot, I'll let them heat up, and then once I get this juice liquefied in it, I'll drain it off to where I have my chicken to work with and I can debone it. Then while this is heating also, I'll use my cream of mushroom soup, my can of cream of chicken soup, and I'll put these in here with 3 cans of milk and let that simmer also while this is doing. And then my seasonings, my garlic salt, my garlic powder, my black pepper, my Zatarain's, get some Doritos in it, and your cheese in it. And then I'll take all these and I will layer them together in my cooker. Now let's get to putting this together. Okay, I'm going to get ready and dump the rest of this chicken in here. And this jar is deboned. The rest of my jars had the bones in them, so I went ahead and got a little bone out. A lot of the people I know, they do it 2 different ways. You can either can your chicken with the bone in it and debone it later, or they cook their chicken in a pot. They cook their chicken in a pot and they cook it thoroughly. They take it out and drain it and they debone the meat, and then you got all that chicken broth, and then you could do your chicken just like I did and put it in a jar, put a little bit of the broth over it, and still pressure can it for about an hour then because you done got it cooked and the bone off. And then they can their broth to the side, and then you have chicken broth just like if you was to go to the store and buy chicken broth. And then that way for any kind of recipe. Now let's add some milk to this cream mushroom soup. I like to add about 3 cans. 1, 2. Let's just add 2 that way. That's just about 2 cups of milk. The rest of that, 2 cups. There you go. Then we'll blend this together real nicely. It's not hot yet, so I can still handle it. Get this blended nicely. And then I'll blend it some, and I'll go ahead and I'll put some seasonings in it, so that way you just can't go wrong with not getting enough seasonings. Just 1 second. Let me grab my salt. Put a little salt in it. A little garlic powder in it. Can't get too much garlic powder. Good for you. A little bit of black pepper in it. A little Zatarain. Spice her up some. Give her a little flavor. Blend that up so that way that kind of feels good. And with me cooking on the stovetop like I do, it helps to get this simmering. And then that way it's already good and hot. Whenever I go to put it together, and my cheeses will melt good and fast, and it don't take too long. We'll take and we'll do that. We'll put a lid on it. Stir this just good right there a little bit. We'll put a lid on this. And then we'll be back here in just a little bit to show you how to drain this and put it all together. Alright, it's time to get the chicken off and drain it. Let's get this over here. Drain it here in this pot. And the chicken broth that I'm pouring off of this, if your children like chicken noodles or whatever, you can take and you can put this in there, and you can make your noodles with this. Oops, a little loud. Sorry, folks. It gives your noodles such a great flavor. Let's set that to the side here. Let's grab our soup. All right, see? Let's get that stirred down just a smidgen and see the steam come off of it. So that way, it's just right. Don't really got to do too much. You just want to get it good and heated. All right, let me get my rag here. Let's get this off and let's get this over to the side. Okay, now we have all of our ingredients right here. We got all of our things that we're going to use, and we're going to start putting this together. Alright, let's get this cream and mushroom soup off. We got all of our ingredients here that we're going to be using, and now let's get ready to put this together. Alright, let's get this put together now. Alright, first I like to put some cream and mushroom soup in the bottom. Get plenty of it. I want to cover it. Cover that bottom. Alright, now let's get a layer of chicken in it. And you can just use, depends on if you like a lot of meat or not, which we like a lot of meat. Right, and you can take chicken breast and just simmer chicken breast on top, or whatever you want to do. Okay, let's put some cheese on it. But if you want to simmer your chicken breast, use chicken breast, just whatever you want. You just want to have nice cooked chicken, lots of cheese. That's a good one of the secrets. But here's your secret flavor. You want to crush some Doritos. They don't all have to be fine. Use some big parts. But the Doritos, that is what makes it a good meal. I mean, hey, who don't like nacho cheese Doritos? They make anything good. And we're going to put some more soup. We're just going to keep layering this until we have everything that we have in it. Let's see. Let's try this little layer and layer. A little more there. Let's get some chicken on it. Ooh-wee, lots of good chicken. And I take this chicken a lot of times just like this, and I'll do a segment on it sometime and take it and do the same way. Then I make my own barbecue sauce and put on it, and that's the best barbecue chicken I think I've ever had. Let's see here. Let's add little salt and stuff to it. Lots of garlic powder. Makes everything better and so good and healthy for you. Little Zatarans. Yummy. Black pepper. Give me a little flavor right in the center of that thing. Hand off a smidgen. Let's get some cheese on top of that. Lots of cheese, lots of cheese. You can use cheese. You don't necessarily have to use all these Doritos. I got about a bag and a half here. Probably won't use them all, but you know, sometimes the more the better. Right, and let's start over again. Get some more mushroom soup, and this will probably be my final layer here. Pour that over. Right. Spread some. It is a very yummy meal. I just can't hardly go wrong with my children on this one. We'll put the rest of this chicken on it. If you don't want to get dirty, then you can't get in the kitchen. If you can't handle meat, then I guess you should be doing something else in life, because that's just part of it. So it makes it good. Set this to the side. Let that chicken off my hand a bit there. Maybe add just a little more salt. Shh. Hey, how about a little more bunches of garlic powder? Can't get too much of that. Man, it just makes it have good flavor. And I'm going to slide a little more of that in. That way nobody sees it and they won't know the difference before they'll say, Mom, that tastes good. A little bit of cheese on it, not much, because what we're going to do is put some Doritos on that. I said Doritos, that's what gives it such good flavor. And we're going to top it off with the rest of this cheese. Top it off here. And then what I'll do is, the thing is what's going to happen here is I'm going to put this on my trivet on my stove, And we're going to get more of a sizzling, bubbly effect. And with cooking it on top of the stove I do, you're not going to get that melted cheese look that has kind of a brown texture to it. You're going to get this more of a bubbly to it, but it tastes so good. Let's take this over here and put it over here on my stove. Let's see. Put my lids over. Alright, guys. Put it on my trivet so that way it's up off the heat and it gives it that effect and it don't burn the bottom. Put that on there. Oven effect. Put that lid on there and I'll let that simmer and cook on there. Let that cook on there about 45 minutes, an hour maybe, just in time for supper. And I'm telling you, with this meal, a good salad accompanying it just kind of sets it right off. I'll come back here after a little bit when this is done and we'll check it in the halfway point and see how it's going. And then we'll take it off and we'll make us a plate and we'll give us a good little taste. So I'll see y'all in a little while. Alright, now we're going to check this casserole. I think it's about halfway done. Don't that look good? Needed just, that'll be bubbling just a little bit more up around it, and the cheese will be a little more melted, and it'll be ready to go. I'd say this probably got about 20 minutes left. Now I'm going to get to making a salad.